Welcome back to part 2 of this special program on how to build an affiliate army. Now, in the previous video, I talked to you about creating a list of all the product owners on ClickBank who may be able to promote your product and work with you. Now, finding a contact email address for them shouldn't be too difficult. You can check their website where their sales page is. Usually it's on there. There's usually a contact link. You can look at their customer support page and contact them through there, or their affiliate resource page, which I explained to you in the previous video. Obviously, any good product creator wants to be available to hear from affiliates, so their contact details should be fairly obvious. Now, when contacting these product owners, you'll be using the rule of reciprocity. This is one of the most powerful principles of influence and persuasion. And it basically means that when somebody does something generous for us, especially something unexpected, it's our human nature to want to repay them, because we don't like feeling obligated to somebody or in debt to somebody. We don't like feeling we owe somebody. For example, if you run into an old friend of yours and you haven't seen them in years, and the two of you go out to dinner and you have a very expensive meal, at the end of the meal, your friend pulls out their credit card and insists on paying for the meal. He will not take your money. Now, although you feel appreciative and grateful for this gesture, the first thing you'll probably say is something like, well, I'm taking you out to dinner next time, and you actually do want to reciprocate and pay them back, because it's a bit of an uncomfortable spot to be in when you feel that you owe somebody. So here we're invoking this persuasion principle in the way that you approach affiliates and talk to them. Another famous example, by the way, is the Hare Krishnas. They're a religious sect, and they used to be known for hanging around in airports wearing robes, and they would hand out these flowers. So they would hand the flower over to somebody. He would take it, not really knowing what to do with it, and then he would see the donation cup or whatever, and many times the person will then reach into their pocket and put some money in the cup because of that flower, because they felt indebted. Even though this flower was worthless, it was something. And now that person felt, I should at least put $1 in the cup or whatever. And then the Krishnas, they would throw the flowers in the trash as they walked away, and the Hare Krishnas would pick up all the flowers out of the trash and recycle them and just keep handing them out and keep stacking cash. So when you reach out, you're invoking this rule. You are never asking someone to promote your product without offering to do something for them first, or hopefully making sales for them first. Whenever you contact another product creator for the first time, you must offer value and you must keep the message brief. So your introductory email should always have a purpose, a definite purpose, and it should offer value. And I'll go more into this in a moment, but you never want to try to arrange a Skype chat or a call right away. It's not appropriate. You're still a stranger to this person. I get emails pretty often from product creators who I don't know, and they mention their product name and how awesome their product is, and they try to arrange a Skype chat or a Skype call with me. And I'm thinking, dude, I live over in Asia. I'm on a totally different time zone, and there's no way I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to talk to you and have you pitch your product to me so I can mail for you. No way. I ignore those emails. They're not going to go about it the right way. I'll show you the right way in a moment. Now, in this introductory email, there's got to be a purpose, a reason for you to contact them, because you're not asking them to do anything for you. So why are you contacting them? Well, here are some ideas. You may want to request access to their product and explain that you want to review it and then write some unique content about it, or review possibly, to promote them on your blog, if you have a blog. And requesting product access is very common in this business. Again, these are digital products. You're not asking them to really go out of their way and send you a copy of their book in the mail. All they're doing is sending you a link and a password and a login, and you can then review their product, get ideas, and write about it for your blog, or offer to promote them in your autoresponder. I'm assuming at this point your list is very small or basically non-existent. So your autoresponder is another really powerful tool for enticing these people to want to help you and work with you. So you can ask for product access and say you want to review their product, get some ideas, and then write some swipes to put in your autoresponder. You might also want to see about getting a free report for them. Ask them if they have any free content or free reports that you can use as a possible bonus or to give out to your customers, okay? If their report gets featured as part of your product as a bonus, or you may just want to put it on your download page as a free giveaway, a free bonus, that's a great way to send them free traffic. Now, your download page is very valuable real estate as an online business owner. This is the page that your customers see and no one else. So I might have my product on there. They have links to download their ebook and download the bits of their course. And then below that, I'll oftentimes have a section on my download page that says something like free unannounced bonuses. And I'll have a bunch of reports that I've collected from other product owners. And it's a way to add extra value to my product. And it's also a way for me to promote these other product owners, because these reports are usually, there's usually some content in them, and then there's a pitch at the end and a link that goes to their sales page. So collect some free reports, man. It's a great way to build goodwill and to make this person you're contacting really feel like, you're in this to win it. You're making the effort, you're proactive, and you really want to send them some free sales and free traffic. Now, always in these introductory emails, mention your ClickBank ID. You want them to be aware of what your ID is, so when they do start to see some sales coming in from you, they associate that ID with you. A friend of mine years ago did a really smart thing. When he was first starting out, he really had no mailing list. He really didn't have much to offer, but he was very proactive. He reached out to all the people in his niche, which was men's dating. And I was in that niche at the time. I was one of the bigger marketers on ClickBank in men's dating. And his email was something like, hey, my name's so-and-so. I'm also in the men's dating niche. I have a blog about men's dating. Here's the URL so you can check it out. And if you want, I'd be happy to put a backlink to your website on my blog. Now, at this time, SEO, search engine optimization, was a big thing, and we all wanted to get links from other sites pointing towards our sites in order to have Google boost us up in the search engine rankings. So here this person was. Nobody knew who he was. He was a newbie, but he was offering a free backlink, and it got great responses. I mean, who would say no to that? And he wound up forming relationships with me and a lot of other top marketers. So when it comes to this introductory email, there's a right way and a wrong way to break the ice and try to introduce yourself. The wrong way goes something like this, and believe me, I've gotten many of these emails over the years, and I do not respond. The wrong way is like, hi, my new ebook on how to cure toenail fungus is now on ClickBank, and it's crushing it. It's a 279-page, high-quality ebook. People say this is the best toenail fungus book ever written, and your customers are sure to love it. Do you want to promote it or whatever? No, I don't know who this person is. It's crushing it, like according to who? I have no idea. Instead, your introductory email should offer value. You say something like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm an affiliate marketer on ClickBank, and your product on back pain looks like something my customers would love. And then I always slip in a flattering detail. I personalize the email. I'll compliment them on how much I like their sales page, how much I like their VSL. I'll say that I watched their VSL, even though I may have only watched the first 60 seconds. But I'll personalize it, and I'll make them realize that I did take the time to go through their sales page, and I like what I saw. Flattery can get you in a lot of places in life. I'm a sucker for it myself. If somebody contacts me about working with me, and it's clear they actually watched my VSL or went through my site, and they mentioned what they like about it, they're always getting a response. So continuing, your email would then say, I'd like to start promoting your product. Could you please send me access? I want to publish a product review on my blog, or I want to write some unique email swipes to put it in my autoresponder. And as my email list keeps growing, I plan to mail for your product on a regular basis. Thanks. And again, this sounds like you're really putting forth effort, and you want to send them sales. You want to make them free money. Who says no to free money? And then a PS at the end, I will say, by the way, my ClickBank ID is blank. I look forward to promoting you. So always mention the ClickBank ID so they associate it with you. Now, I want to talk about recognizing big dog marketers, as I call them, versus smaller marketers. And the reason why you make this distinction is because depending on how big and established they are, you want to follow up with them in a different way, okay? Now, a big dog, in my opinion, is anyone who has gravity above 15 in a competitive niche, like anything to do with health, wealth, or relationships. Because in those big niches, usually you'll see there's huge gravity up in the top results, and then even into page 2 of the results, there are still a lot of products that have good gravity scores. Or a big dog can be anybody who was in the top marketplace results in your niche and has a gravity score of at least 5. So if you are in a smaller niche, a more specific niche, maybe nobody in that niche has a gravity score above, say 12, but the person with gravity score 12 and anybody above 5, I would consider them to be the big dogs in my niche. Now, with big dogs, I will send the introductory email to offer value, and once I start making sales for them, I'll send them a brief follow-up email just to tell them how much my subscribers and my customers are liking their offer. It's a bit more flattery, and you're staying fresh in their mind. Still, you're asking for nothing in return yet. That's the big dog follow-up email. Now, with smaller product owners, I want to email them again as soon as I make a sale for them. I want to include some more flattery, tell them how much my customers and subscribers obviously love their offer. It's just terrific. And now I want to ask them about getting on a Skype chat with me. Now, you may use Facebook for this. I prefer Skype. At this time, Skype is the preferred mode of communication for internet marketers. We all chat on Skype. So get to know them and also continue to provide value as you talk to them. You can share something you learned. You can share a pretty cool technique that you're using with your sales letter that's working for you, or something cool you figured out for your autoresponder. Share some value. Maybe give them a link to a helpful YouTube video that you watched that gave you some great ideas. Best of all is to share with them an affiliate contact. Now, there is somewhat of a scarcity mindset in this business when it comes to affiliates. Let's say I meet an affiliate at a marketing conference, and he's a big dog, and nobody else really knows this guy. He's sort of an under-the-radar marketer. The typical mindset would be for me to try to keep this guy all to myself and not tell any of my friends about this guy, because I want to have him send his traffic to me and not to anybody else, okay? But as you become more established in this business, what you start to realize is that the abundance mindset is the mindset you have to have. So one of the most powerful ways to ingratiate yourself to someone in this business is to say, hey, by the way, do you know John Smith? He's this really great marketer, and this is the name of his product. And I was chatting to him the other day. Do you want to get to know him? I'd be happy to introduce you to him over email. That's a very powerful way to earn reciprocation. It makes you look very selfless and very giving. And the big marketer, John Smith, or whatever, he doesn't need to be a big marketer. He's just a friend, another marketer who you want to bring into this circle you're creating. And it's a very cool technique and one of the best ways to earn reciprocation. So as you meet new affiliates and chat to them, look to bring other affiliates into contact with them and you're the guy behind it all. You're the man who is creating this network. Now, once your offer has been successfully mailed by a few affiliates and you've made some sales for one of the big dogs, now I say you can follow up with them. You're not asking for a Skype chat the way you do with the smaller marketers, but your follow-up with the big dog is to see if they would be interested in a possible cross-promotion. So you want to mention how you've been making some sales for them, your customers love their product, tell them your ID again, and at this point, your offer has been tested. It's already been mailed by some other affiliates, and it's done pretty well, okay? So you know if this big dog mails for you, it shouldn't bomb at this point. You shouldn't embarrass yourself, because if your product totally bombs when they mail for it, you probably won't get a second chance. So that's why it's so important to make sure you've got some sales under your belt and some affiliate activity and a little bit of gravity going before you circle back and talk to the big dogs about a cross promotion. Now, we'll talk more about cross promotions and how to arrange it in just a second. If they ignore you, if they ignore your introductory email or your follow-up, keep following up. You want to be patient, but you want to be persistent. Now, when arranging a cross promotion, if you are worried that your list won't be able to send enough clicks to match theirs, tell them you'll mail for them several times if needed. So if you're worried that your list is very small and their list is probably quite a bit larger, you can say, hey, I want to be fair, by the way. So if you mail for me and I mail for you and I send you way less clicks, I don't mind mailing 2 or 3 or even 4 times to make it up. You can also offer 90% commissions on the front end for them. This is great too, to entice an affiliate to mail for you, especially if you know their list is bigger than yours. In ClickBank, there's a setting that's called commission tiers, and this allows you to set a special commission percentage for certain affiliates. So you can tell them, I'll raise your commission from the normal 75% to 90% when you mail for me. And then you'll agree on a time period. Maybe it's over the weekend, maybe it's sometime in the following week or 2 weeks, and that's when you'll mail for each other. You can also offer to put several of their swipes in your autoresponder in exchange for a mailing from them, or in addition to a mailing. You can say, listen, let's do this cross promo. Your list is probably bigger than mine, so I'll tell you what, I'll mail for you as many times as I need to, and also I'd be happy to put several of your swipes in my autoresponder. This is a huge win-win. I love when people put my messages in their autoresponder, because even when a monster affiliate mails for me, they can make 200 or maybe 300 sales with one mailing. Well, it's a one-shot deal usually. Maybe they'll mail for me again down the road, but that mailing, it's like a big burst of sales and then it goes quiet again. But if my swipes are in their autoresponder, that is just such awesome free money. It's such passive income, because now every day their subscribers and customers are being shown my offer in the autoresponder. So I never say no to that kind of a deal. And then you'll want to mention too, looking out for your own interests, that if your offer does perform well for them during the mailing, maybe they'll want to put your swipes in their autoresponder. And then you can follow up with them on this. You can say, hey, gosh, I saw your mailing. It seemed to do really well. Here's a link to my swipes again, or the swipes are attached, and maybe you'll want to put these in your autoresponder from now on. Now, a lot of people, when approaching potential affiliates, they'll mention their EPC, their earnings per click, and they'll brag about how their offer is crushing it, and the EPC is $3.90. And usually this is either flat out bullshit, or they are misleading you, or they're being deceptive. You see, EPC depends on so many variables. So the only time that I trust it, when I actually believe in the EPC, for an offer I haven't mailed, is when a friend of mine tells me they've mailed for it and got great EPC. It's almost never over $3. It's usually in the $1 to $2 range for a really good offer. And again, it depends on so many variables. I mean, put it this way. If I have this mailing list and you're on it, you're one of my customers, and you trust me and you've learned from me, and I send out a mailing to you to promote my new course, Passive Income Breakthrough Part 2 or whatever, because you know me and trust me and like me, you're likely to buy my product. And the EPC internally to my own tribe, my own mailing list, could be $3 or $4. But I'm not going to go to other potential affiliates and say, my EPC is $4. That's just not true, because when they mail for it, they're mailing to their list. Their list doesn't know who I am, so the traffic is much less warm. So they might get EPC of $1 or $1.50, which is still great, but I'm not going to mislead them with the super high EPC figures from my own list. Also, I mean, you might have a list that's only got 10 people on it. And if you mail it to your list with 10 people and one person happens to buy it, well, guess what? You've just made amazing EPC, but does it mean it's going to work that way for a list of 20,000 people? Of course not. Anyway, if you do get a mailing from somebody and they do well and it makes good sales, you'll want to contact them and say, hey, the mailing went awesome. Let me know what your EPC turned out to be. I'm really curious. Because, on your end, in your ClickBank account, you're not seeing the same EPC as what the affiliate sees. They're getting 75% or 90%. So what they're seeing is what they earned on their end, and that's their real EPC. So if it's good and it's high, hopefully over $1, Ask them if you can, if they can take a screenshot of their EPC, and if you can mention it and mention their name as you contact other affiliates. They're usually more than happy to do so. And now, if you're going to mention a cross promotion to somebody and getting it going, and you want to and you do want to mention your EPC, you can show this screenshot and mention how this other person promoted it very successfully. And that's some pretty cool proof. But don't just say your EPC and give no explanation as to where the traffic came from. And also in ClickBank, one thing to be aware of is that when you see EPC for a mailing you did, you're only seeing what you earned on the front end, okay? You're not seeing, the EPC does not reflect the money you made from the upsells. And in a lot of cases, the upsells are where a lot of the sales and money gets made. So if somebody mailed for you and they got good front end EPC and they also made a bunch of upsells, you can mention that as well. So the basic idea here is that as you're starting out, you want to promote the best offers in your niche to make money as an affiliate and to look to a possible relationship and cross promotions with these people in the future. I always notice affiliate IDs when people make sales for me. And if they reach out to me and say, hey, my name's this, and then, by the way, this is my ID, usually a light bulb goes off over my head and I think, I've seen that ID before. This is a legitimate affiliate. Maybe they're not making a ton of sales, but they're making some sales, and I do appreciate it, and I'm more likely to reciprocate. And this is why I'm always telling you to mention your ID during these, opening and follow-up emails. So while you're doing that, you're also promoting the less successful offers in order to try to build a relationship with them more quickly. With these less successful offers, once you make a sale, that's the green light. Go ahead and follow up with them and try to arrange a Skype chat or a Skype call. Now, you can help each other by cross-promoting each other with mailings, with autoresponder placements, otherwise known as autoresponder swaps. You can use each other's bonuses and feature them on your download pages, or even create a bonus together. When you're on this Skype chat with this person, getting to know them, if you guys are hitting it off, you may want to just propose creating a bonus you can both use, or even create a new product together. This is a great way to create content with somebody and to really solidify the relationship, because now you're actually really doing business with them. Some of my best affiliates and friends in this business are people who I came up through the ranks with this way. So we started out by promoting each other with our little tiny lists. They ended up interviewing me over Skype to get interviews for bonus material for their products. I interviewed them for my own bonus materials, and so we became good friends. We shared tons of information, and at the same time, we were making great money together, and we rose through the ranks together. Now, I want to instill this idea into your head that in this business, on ClickBank and in internet marketing with these digital products, there really is no competition. If there are many products, including super successful products in your niche or in your market on ClickBank, don't get discouraged and see it as competition. Look at it more in terms of more potential partners and affiliates. I would rather go into a very busy niche than a niche that has very few affiliates making sales on ClickBank. For example, I was doing some research on ClickBank for this training program. And I used to do a lot of gambling back in the day, and I was curious as to what kind of products are in the gambling category. There's a category called betting systems. I looked in there, and I was curious about poker, because poker, is probably the hottest casino table game, and there's tons of online poker players. So I looked it up, and it turned out that there were no products in this subcategory that had really any gravity. The top product at the top gravity. The gravity was like under 1, and when I went to their sales page, it was just totally screwed up. I mean, it was just a mess. So obviously, in the poker niche, no one is really doing anything on ClickBank. Now, you might think there's an opportunity. I can jump in there and clean up because there's no competition. But here's the problem. Who the hell are you going to ask to promote you as an affiliate if you have a poker product and no one has any poker lists on ClickBank? I'd rather go into a niche like animal care and pets. I happened to look at that one too yesterday, and I saw surprisingly many potential partners and affiliates. There are big dogs with big gravity up at the top of the listings, and then going down the page and into page 2, there were a lot of smaller offers that still had gravity, and these are all potential partners and affiliates if I were to create a product on that topic. And also remember to think in broad terms. So if I've got a product about how to improve your golf swing, and I'm drawing up my list of people to contact, I'm not just contacting people who have golf products. I'm thinking of the other and bigger markets that this could be sold to. A product about yoga could be sold to all types of women's lists. A golf product or a strength training product could be sold to any lists that skew towards men. Finance, survival, men's health and fitness, etc. And oftentimes, list owners like to promote something different. An example would be, I have products in the women's relationships niche. And I have a lot of friends in that niche. We promote each other. But I find myself oftentimes mailing for people in that niche, and it's always the same general type of offer. It's always, how to make a man fall in love with you, how to make a man get obsessed with you, how to make a man get addicted to you, how to make a man faithful to you. And so my list gets these very similar offers pitched to them all the time. So I went ahead, tried to change it up a little bit, and I created two health-related women's offers. One was for women who want to get rid of their cellulite, and one was an anti-aging and skincare and beauty secrets product for women. Again, all digital products. And I found that some of my marketing friends who had these women's relationship lists, when they mailed for my health-related offers for women, they did great, and they appreciated the fact that I was providing them with something different to mail to their lists. So think in broad terms. Now, as you start making some sales and building your network, you might want to start looking into running a sales contest or a launch contest for your product. Normally, these contests last 1 to 2 weeks, and you contact all of your affiliates and you announce it to them. You contact them all one by one, and you announce that you are throwing this special contest. You can offer cash prizes, electronics. You can offer raised commissions. You can say, for the duration of this contest, I'm raising all commissions for my affiliates to 90%. So jump in. You can also offer lifetime raised commissions. You say, if you make even one sale during my contest, I am keeping your 90% commission set for life. Now, I recently did a boomerang contest, and it was kind of a cool idea. I invented this contest. Now, in my niche that I'm in, I have found that these contests happen all the time, and the prizes are always really similar. It's like first place is $1,000 cash, second place is $700, third place is $500. Maybe they throw in an iPad or a MacBook Air as a prize. It's all the same stuff. So I announced it, and I said, look, what do we all need more of? I don't need, a third iPad, really. What I need always is more leads, more traffic. So the boomerang contest worked like this. I said, depending on where you finish on the leaderboard in the top 10, the higher up you place in the contest, the harder I will mail for you right after the contest. So if you finish in first place, I'm going to take all these new leads and all these new customers that are on my list after the contest, and I'm going to mail, let's say, 3 times or 5 times for you within a week of the contest ending, and so on. Second place got 2 mailings within 1 week, and so on down the list. And basically everybody who finished in the top 10 got mailings from me shortly after the contest. And this was something different and interesting, and I got a great response and great participation. So once it's time to do this contest, you want to set up a web page to promote the contest, put an opt-in box on there, have them enter their email address for contest announcements and updates. And then once the contest kicks off, you want to send out an email maybe every day or every few days during the contest to all your participants to give them updates and show them where they stand on the leaderboard. And you create excitement in this email in an atmosphere of competition. You try to goose them into sending more sales. You say, hey, Tony, you're in 8th place. I know you've got more firepower in you. You're only 2 sales behind the next person on the leaderboard. Or you say so-and-so is killing it, they're in first place, but it's close, and second and third place are just 1 mailing away from taking the top spot, and so on. You kind of goose them into mailing harder and mailing more. And when the time comes, you may want to train somebody to be your affiliate manager. This is a bit more advanced. You'll want to be active at this point, and your network is expanding. But as you want to keep bringing more affiliates on board, it can get pretty time consuming if you're constantly reaching out to people and doing Skype chats to get to know them, and then arranging cross promotions because they want something too. They also want a mailing. So an affiliate manager can handle all of this for you. Now there are full-time professional affiliate managers that make good money, and they travel to all the different conferences around the world trying to find affiliates for their boss. We're not talking about that here at this level. You may want to find somebody on an online job website, like one of these job websites that have lots of Filipino workers. They're oftentimes terrific, and I've hired many from the Philippines. And anybody who really can be a virtual assistant in any way can be trained to be an affiliate manager. You simply explain how this works. You maybe write some template emails, the introductory emails for the big dogs and the follow-up emails, and you have them take it from there and make the contacts and, build and develop the relationships. You may want to pay them a small salary at first, or also a percentage of the money that you make from the affiliates they recruit. So they're incentivized to go out and find affiliates, because if they find somebody new and they bring them in and that person makes sales for you, then your affiliate manager might earn a small percentage of each one of those sales. And this leads me to JV contracts, otherwise known as joint venture contracts. This is a very cool feature of ClickBank that is very underused. A lot of marketers never use this feature, and they're missing out. There are 3 types of JV contracts, and you can set them up very easily inside your ClickBank account. The first type is the traditional JV contract. This allows a product owner to give a portion of their earnings from each sale to someone they're working with. It could be a partner, it could be a copywriter who does your copy, it could be your website designer, it could even be a customer service manager, anyone really. So if you're looking to hire a copywriter, if it's a very established copywriter, they're going to want money up front, and they're probably going to want a percentage of the sales. So they'll want a JV contract. With a smaller copywriter who's more new and less established, they may be willing to work for very little money up front, or even no money up front, if you guarantee them a percentage of the earnings. JV contracts can be a great way to bring people onto your team without having to lay out a lot of money up front. Then there are upsell JV contracts. With the upsell JV contract, it allows a product owner to use the upsells of another product creator, and then you automatically split the proceeds of the sales, however you set it up. Usually, it's a 50-50 split. So a while back, I remember I created a product on how to get your ex back, and I was a lot newer back then, and I actually had a hard time figuring out upsells for this. It's like, well, I'm showing them how to get their ex back, and then what are the upsells going to be? What else can I sell them? But I reached out to a much bigger marketer who had a product in that niche, and I asked if they had good upsells. They said yes, they did. And I said, would you mind if I used your upsells and we do a JV contract? And he immediately said sure, because it's free money. Every time somebody goes to my VSL and buys my X-Back product, they get shown that other person's upsells, and they make 50% of the upsell money without doing anything. So upsell contracts are very cool. And if you create a really good upsell flow, other product owners may want to use yours. Again, free money. The third type is the affiliate referral contract, commonly referred to as a second-tier affiliate commission. This type of JV allows a product vendor or owner to share a portion of their earnings with an affiliate manager who referred the affiliate that led to a particular sale. So again, with affiliate managers, if you hire a virtual assistant, you train them how to go out and find affiliates. One of the incentives you can give that affiliate manager is that set up a JV contract with them, and every time they bring affiliates on board to promote you, your affiliate manager gets a small percentage of each of those sales. I've also been approached, by the way, by other product creators who will say to me, hey Rob, I know that you're a big dog in the men's dating niche. I just created a new men's dating product. I'm looking to meet some affiliates, and I know that you know a lot of people, Rob. So if you can refer me to anyone, I'd be happy to pay you a second-tier commission. Now, normally, being my generous self, I will go ahead and make some introductions for the person without charging them a commission, but this can be done. If somebody goes out and finds affiliates for you or introduces you to affiliates, you can offer them these second-tier commissions so that the affiliate gets their chunk of each sale and the person who made the intro gets a commission as well. So a few more notes on relationship building. This is so crucial to this business. When you meet a fellow mid to lower level product owner, remember, get on Skype with them or any way you can and chat with them or have a call with them. Maybe see about creating a bonus with them, a bonus both of you can use. And creating this little bonus at first might result in you guys creating your own full-blown product together at some point, which really creates a solid bond with you and that person. Also, you should know that many internet marketers tend to be a little bit reclusive. Oftentimes we're working alone at home or at coffee shops, and there aren't a lot of people in our circle, in our social circle, that we can really talk shop with, that really understand what it is we're doing. I mean, it's hard enough just explaining this to our parents and our family. So a lot of marketers really appreciate it when you reach out to them and offer a token of friendship and offer them some help in some way and share some value. And then when you start to chat with them and talk with them, you might find they really enjoy this opportunity to talk shop because so few people understand this business that we are in. And again, I'll remind you, a very powerful way to bond with a fellow product creator is to introduce them to other affiliates. Have an attitude of abundance, not scarcity. Be that cool person who brings people together, who introduces this person to that person. It's much appreciated, and it makes you look like the person who's making everything happen for everybody. This also invites massive reciprocity. Also, share knowledge. Keep being generous. One guy contacted me about a possible cross promotion. We wound up chatting, and his way of offering value was to send me a set of notes. Now, he had been to a big internet marketing seminar recently. I think it was over in California. I was unable to go to it, but he went, he paid a lot of money to go there, and he wrote really detailed notes on the seminar, and he sent me a free copy of his notes. I really appreciated that, and we ended up working together on a bunch of things. If possible, you also want to start attending marketing events yourself. There are all kinds of these events all over the place. The big ones that happen every year, they include Affiliate World Asia, which I always go to. It's usually in Thailand. There's Affiliate Summit East over on the East Coast of the US, Affiliate Summit West, usually in California, and various others. At the very least, you want to join Facebook groups and start networking and learning this way. I'm in a group on Facebook called the Cult of Copy, which is all about copywriting. It's a terrific group. You'll learn a ton on there. There's Internet Marketing Super Friends. There are groups devoted to ClickBank. There is a group for ClickFunnels, which is very active. ClickFunnels is basically a software service that I recommend for building your sales funnels. But whether you use ClickFunnels or not, join the group on Facebook. It's very active, and you'll learn a lot of stuff on there and meet people. And then there are all kinds of other related internet marketing and affiliate marketing groups on Facebook. They're all free. And lastly, there's a saying in this business, it's very true, your network is your net worth. So start using these techniques and tactics, start expanding your network, and watch your net worth rise. And one final thing before we go, let me tell you the most powerful affiliate recruitment tool of all, and that is having a great offer that makes affiliates lots of money. So refining your offer and split testing it so that it converts really well for affiliates and gets them really high EPC, this is the ultimate way to attract and keep affiliates. You can ask for cross promotions all the time and get them, but it only takes you so far. You want to have an offer that is really good, really solid, that affiliates want to keep promoting after that cross promotion because it makes them money. And they're going to tell their friends, and word spreads. And then random affiliates who you don't even know, they find your offer in the marketplace because your rankings on ClickBank keep going up. They start promoting you, and then they do well. And then they tell someone. And then your offer basically kind of goes viral among ClickBank affiliate marketers. And this is also a reason why I think it's better for you to focus on one offer of yours and refining it and improving it, or maybe having a few offers but in the same niche and constantly improving them rather than spreading yourself too thin, rather than jumping into this niche and this niche and this niche and, a few affiliates in this niche and a few in this niche, but you really aren't established in any one niche. Get established in one niche and get to know everybody who can possibly promote you in that niche. And the whole time you're doing that, you're also working on improving your offer to make more money for your affiliates. Next, if an affiliate who you know is making some good sales for you over time, I say be proactive, and if they're not asking you for any reciprocation, just go ahead and offer them some. Contact them and offer them maybe a commission raise. You can say, you've been doing so great with my product. I want you to keep promoting it and keep being happy about it. So I'm going to raise your commission from 75% to 85% or even 90% because it's about abundance, right? That's going to make them want to keep promoting you even harder. And you're giving away most of the front end sale, but you are cleaning up on the back end, on the upsells, and also by adding all of those new customers to your list. If they have a product, you may want to offer to promote them in return. They may be shy about asking for reciprocation, but if they have a product, or you can find out if they have one, go ahead and mail for it. Whatever, make them happy. Make them excited to keep working with you. Now, eventually, you may attract media buyers. This happens more often in the large markets like health, wealth, and relationships, but media buyers are affiliates who oftentimes don't have their own product, but they specialize in buying traffic. So they know how to run ads on Facebook and buy traffic from various sources and drive it towards ClickBank offers to make the commission money. And having a good media buyer promoting one of your offers it's as good as gold. I mean, they're spending their own money to buy traffic to send to you. So you always want to take very good care of them. They can be your very best affiliates. And at this level, extra high commissions now become standard. If you have somebody sending you a bunch of sales every day, there's a chance they are buying traffic. So get in touch with them however possible, maybe through ClickBank, and offer them the highest commission you can on the front end at least, if not throughout the whole funnel. I mean, when you've got big media buyers sending dozens or hundreds of sales a day, you want to give them 90% or even 100% all the way across your funnel, the front end and the upsells, because it's costing you no money. It's free traffic and it's free sales, and you're building a massive customer list from the traffic they are buying. So we're not there quite yet, but media buyers and working with them is eventually going to be one of your great forms of passive income, hopefully. But to ever get to that stage, to ever attract media buyers and to hold on to them, it all goes back to the most powerful affiliate recruitment tool. It's all about having a killer offer. That's the end of part 2. Remember what I said, your network is your net worth. So get to it, and I will see you very soon.